So yesterday was day 129 of protests in the city of Elizabeth City in the county of Pasquotank County over the police assassination of Andrew Brown Jr. that took place on April 21st, 2021. We have been doing a demonstration every single day for the last 129 days, and we're not going to stop. We refuse. It's simply just not going to happen. And even if it were to happen, just kidding. I'm not even going to go down that thought process because it's not going to happen. So what happened on April 21st should never happen. Again, we had 7 sheriff deputies from Pasquotank County, 2 sheriff deputies from Dare County set up an assassination of Andrew Brown Jr. In the process of shooting and killing Andrew Brown Jr., several of the sheriff deputies shot at each other. That's right, folks. Friendly fire. Unfortunately, no damage was done to their lives. But they also shot into neighboring houses. They were firing bullets haphazardly in a school zone. That's right, folks. Right down the street, not even down the street, but like a couple houses over is a school, an elementary school. So at 8:30 a.m. on a Wednesday morning, they were firing bullets into a school zone. Something that should not be allowed, something that should not be possible, yet it is in Pasquotank County in Elizabeth City. And why is that? Why hasn't the Elizabeth City Police Department, stepped up to the plate and arrested the sheriff deputies of Pasquotank County? They broke the law in our city. They violated their own laws, they violated their own handbooks, and they broke the law in Elizabeth City. So why doesn't Elizabeth City Police step up and do what needs to be done and arrest those 7 sheriff deputies? Well, we know why, because all cops are bastards and they all work together. They're all best friends. So, we've been out here for 129 days in a row. And again, we're not stopping. It's not going to happen. No matter how hard, people are annoyed or whatever by us chanting for justice for, 15 to 30 minutes a day, it's not going to stop. Again, police violence is a huge problem. I've been out here protesting police violence for 129 days. I did not think that whenever episode 1312 of the show were to happen, I didn't think that these protests would still be happening, but here we are. And again, I just want to say that I am 1,000% against police brutality. I believe in total abolition. I believe we need to get rid of all law enforcement agencies, and we need to start from scratch on how we enforce laws. We need to start from scratch on what laws are being enforced. Andrew Brown Jr. was assassinated over drugs. Drugs. What? Because he wanted to tweak his consciousness or sell other people the ability to tweak their consciousness? That's a death sentence? Well, but what if his drugs were laced? Okay. Well, what if the drugs were legal and you could just go to the store and get regulated drugs that aren't laced? Wouldn't that be a better world where people wouldn't be getting assassinated? What if it were allowed to, let's say you have an addiction and you want to get rehabilitative services for free, and you could just do so by walking into a service. You don't have to worry about losing your job. You don't have to worry about losing your family. You don't have to worry about how you're going to pay for it. What if that's the world we lived in? And we could live in that world. There are other countries on this earth that are living in that world right now. And people are dying less from drug overdoses. People are dying not at all from bad batches of drugs or drugs that are laced for things. People are not being executed in the streets for using, or selling drugs. And things are going pretty well. So why can't we do that in the United States of America? Well, the reason is because the prison industrial complex makes a very hefty profit on throwing people in jail for stupid-ass garbage. What if we threw people in jail for smoking cigarettes? What if we threw people in jail for drinking wine? If you don't understand what the problems with the drug laws in America are, I've got news for you. You're either a racist motherfucker or a stupid motherfucker, and probably both. But either way, we've been out here for 129 days straight. We're not going to stop until we get what we desire, and that is all 7 of the Pasquotank County Sheriff deputies need to be fired, banned from ever being law enforcement ever again, and thrown in jail for murder, because that's what they did.